Our next presentation has the title The Enterprise Path to Artificial Intelligence. We'd like to invite Mr. Paraskevas, Chief Operating Officer of Xenatus Global.
Good morning. And first of all, let me also say thank you all for being here today. It's a pleasure to be with you. My name is Paraskevas. I've been in ICT, in technology, in digital transformations for the last 20 years. And I've been with Xenatus since 2017. We've done, and I've gone through multiple industries, but with main focus in financial services and maritime, doing their transformation journey. And as a company, we started in the early 2000s up in North America. Back then, we were digitizing the studios in California. It was the beginning, what ended up being the Netflix and Spotify era, so we're digitizing the content. Then from mid-2000s until today, we moved to a more core operation, if you like. We moved into the ERP world, the Enterprise Resource Planning world. With Microsoft, we are a Microsoft partner. We use all the latest technologies provided by Microsoft, and started with the ERP and moving into the hyper-automation platform and the artificial intelligence tools, servicing more than 500 customers across the globe, and working with more than 300 global resellers. Now, for today, we want to talk about, obviously, AI, but we want to see what makes AI so compelling. Is it just another hype, or is it here to stay? And then most importantly, to see how do we incorporate AI in our organizations? Because I think we all live and breathe AI. We hear about it, it's on social media, it's everywhere. But have we stopped to think and see what does it take to incorporate AI in our day-to-day activities? So let's dive in. Why is AI compelling? Well, to begin with, I think from the examples we heard and we will hear during the day and reading through case studies on social media, it adds value. It has a benefit. And as businesses, as enterprises, we're looking for ways to add value to our business, to our customers, to our employees, to our organizations. So AI gives us the tools to quickly dive through volumes of data, retrieve relevant data, give me the answer that I need to pass on to my customers, to my colleagues, and make informed decisions. It drives efficiencies. How many things do we do on a daily basis that are just time-consuming, repetitive tasks? It can automate it. And all these using natural language. I don't need to be a techie. I don't need to be a programmer to ask AI to do something for me. And I don't need any special knowledge to read what it gives me out as a result. We communicate in natural language. And of course, in this fast-paced environment that we're living, we need tools that are constantly adapting, and AI is built for that. So what is today's reality? If we look into one of our favorite sources, Gartner is saying that 65% of decisions we make today are more complex than what they used to be 2 years ago. Not 20 years ago, 2 years ago. And why is that? Because we need to reach to more people and to more data sources to retrieve information that we need to make that decision. It has to have more context. We have compliance issues. We have regulatory concerns. We have more intelligent recipients of those decisions. So the time that we could sort of wing it and make a decision, that's long gone. It's not here. And then, who's entering into our workspace? Today, 38% is Gen Zs and millennials. By 2030, 58% is going to be Gen Zs and millennials. And guess what? They don't think the way us, Gen Xs and Ys, think. Their DNA is wired differently. And apart from the emotional intelligence component of the brain, already they're using AI on their day-to-day activities. So is our organization ready to bring in this new talent? Or are we going to be struggling even more for resourcing? Because resourcing is already a tough pill to swallow. So are we ready to bring this new workforce in? Another fact of life is that we live in a connected world. Think of what we're doing today through our smartphone compared to what we were doing 5 years ago. We're connecting to our house appliances, our home security systems, to our banks. We connect to the government. We connect to everything through our devices. It's a study by Vodafone Smart Tech showing that we connect to 4,800 different devices during the day. In 2025, that's the prediction. We are living in a connected world. We see the governments are embracing technology nowadays with electronic governance. My Greece, I was reading there's an app driven by AI to help tourists have a better experience visiting Greece, for example. And the financial impact of all of this, PwC is predicting that 10% of European GDP will be impacted by AI. So I think AI is inevitable, is not something that will go away. The question is, it's inevitable, but how do I get it to add value to my business? How do I get it to add value to my organization? Because as we said, that's what we are all about here. So how do we go about? We've split the journey into 4 different worlds of technology. And the first one is cloud. We start with cloud because we believe that cloud technology is the backbone of the platform that enables AI. Doesn't mean that I have to scrap everything and move my entire organization to the cloud, but I need to analyze my applications, my processes, my procedures, and decide which ones are best fit to be migrated to the cloud. Why the cloud? Because it offers scalability, it offers accessibility from anywhere, any device, securely, which is another one of the big pains of our eras. It's cost efficient. I don't need massive investments up front. I pay as I go. As I use more, as I need more, I pay. And there's already integrated AI and machine learning tools built into the into the cloud platforms. So again, there's an easy access to all this state-of-the-art technology by just moving there. What we do as Xenatus, we help organizations draw out this cloud journey. As I said, we don't believe in the Big Bang theory, not in technology anyway. We have to take steps that are well thought out and they're part of a greater strategy. The second pillar, connectivity. Ioannis before talked about the haystack and the needle in the haystack. Guess what? In organizations, especially maritime, it's not a single haystack. You have tens of haystacks, different systems, siloed, independent, and to do any kind of AI, AI needs data. Without data, there is no intelligence. So we need to bring all this data together. We need to connect it. And we need to connect it intelligently, fast, to provide the information to our users. So again, this is one more long part of the journey, identifying how we can connect things. It's not about changing our systems, it's just that making our systems and our data sources, our haystacks, making them communicate between them. Once I'm at that point, then we can start looking at automations, how we can leverage the platform to give us automations. We can start with daily repetitive tasks, things that are just time intensive, and nowadays technology is there to assist us to automate them. We can use obviously machine learning and predictive analytics to drive smarter decision making, and that's one more thing that we can accommodate. And finally, AI. Once I've set the foundation, then we can start moving into AI and embracing it. We need to build the culture for it. No matter what we say, people will have varying opinions about the impact on my job security, on if I'm going to be redundant, which is not the case. Obviously, AI is here to make our work easier, smarter, but not to replace us. So it's a path, and it's a long path. It's a long journey. It's not a project that I can plan it, start it, and finish it in X amount of months. It's an evolution. Things that we need to consider. If we're running on legacy systems that may have limitations on their infrastructure, if we have compatibility issues between our systems, data security, regulatory compliance, massive areas that we need to consider. And of course, you have to choose the platform. You have to choose the right technology and the right partner. It's a continuous journey. So imagine getting married. When you get married, you need to choose your partner, right? Otherwise, it will just not work out. It's the same thing. Now, once we're everything connected, just a couple of testimony closer to home, both geographically and industry-wise. Interorient, a ship management, ship owning company. We've been working closely with them. We've been doing proof of concepts because, again, we need to get over the hurdles. Is AI for us? Is automation for us? Is it good for us? How is it going to impact our business, our everyday life? We've been on a never-ending journey for the last few years with them, adding automations, making the experience of their customers and their employees better. On the other side of the maritime industry, Tototheo, I will just use Socrates' words. Tototheo Maritime, we embrace automation as a transformation force, not only for maritime operations, but of our entire company. It's our lighthouse guiding us towards a future of enhanced efficiency and precision. We have a mutually beneficial relationship with Tototheo. We give them our expertise, and they give us the push. We are always on edge. We are always looking out for new technologies because they want to drive their business, not only what they offer to their customers, but also internally. They want to drive it through automations. Closing up, I think I'm going to run a few minutes over, Adoni. Today's reality. We go into any organization, especially though in shipping, the haystacks we were talking about, a slew of systems, an ERP system, a CRM system, a provisioning system, a PMS, Excel spreadsheets, databases, internal, external data sources, so on and so forth. Imagine now getting a request from a vessel engineer, getting a request from a customer, and I need to go through all of this, probably I need to WhatsApp a colleague or email a colleague asking him to spend the time to bring me data. This is what we see in all organizations. But it doesn't have to be that way. The technology is already there where I can put a brain in the middle. Once I've ported what needed on the cloud, I have digital content, I've connected it, I can put a brain in the middle, I receive a request from a vessel engineer, for example, then the brain can go and look into my shipping company data, into my knowledge bases, into third-party databases, assess the data, and bring me in natural language a response that I can share with my colleagues or with my customers. And guess what? If that is not enough, I can get a senior engineer or an expert from the back office with augmented reality to connect to the vessel, see what the vessel engineer is seeing, and assist him real time without having to travel, saving all that cost. Okay. And of course, there's other practical use cases. We hear about bank automations, KYCs, onboarding, and so on. Where do we start? And I'm finishing up. Where do we start? Again, if we look at Gartner, Gartner is giving us an AI opportunity radar. We can start internal with everyday tasks. We can then go to external everyday tasks, doing everyday AI things before we go into more advanced generative AI. We need to embrace it. We need to plan it, plan the journey with our carefully selected partner. We need to deploy our digitalization toolsets. We need to carefully select the platform and the tools, augment them with AI, and constantly evolve, constantly walk the journey. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, okay. You mentioned that you have a ship management company, one of your clients. The question we have here from the audience is, would you be comfortable seeing this ship management company AI-driven on their vessels?
Yes, could be.
Seriously now.
Okay, as we said, there is different levels and complexities of what can be accomplished, right? The technology is there. We started with predictive AI, we moved into generative AI, now we have agents. So the technology is constantly evolving. Can the technology take us there? Probably yes. How do we get there? That's the big question, right? So I think it's a matter of taking down the ingredients of what this venture would entail, and see how we can apply technology to it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.